with the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. But tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys playing well, off to a solid 5-2 start. Then on the Dolphins side, you've got Mike McDaniel. His guys stuck in a bit of a losing streak right now, hoping the home fans can help them get out of this slump. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. When you look at this defense, they come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now as they'll be backed up to start this first drive. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and he wants that to improve. We might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Here's Rodgers. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
For a Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. Fights through it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5. The numbers for Swift in last week's ball game, very strong, well over 100 yards.
He should get the ball early and often here, too. I mean, when you're riding the performance of last week into this game, his confidence level has to be off the charts. Go ahead and keep feeding him.
brings up third down.
On the sneak, Rodgers. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
This is Swift on the counter. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers going to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. But this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. The Ravens offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. And he's run well here the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
But ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Movement there on the offensive line. A little quick and a 5-yard penalty. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
You remember in preseason when we went to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills. And, guys either slapping it in the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, and their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football.
And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Baltimore, first down.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. To Jefferson on the sling. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. Oh, and they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Dances by him. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. And a week ago, as you get a look at the numbers, well over 100 yards, he was on fire.
He was on fire. Obviously, the offensive line was on fire. All the guys who were trying to assist him. But you know who else was? The play caller. Because his ego totally got out of the way. And he kept calling the plays that were working over and over, and they really didn't stop him.
Now the challenge, can they duplicate it? So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. Well, you got to think Charles Atwin's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout call if you have one.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 51 yards rushing for him now, as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
First down.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things. They're reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
You talk about this Miami defense coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And from analyzing them and talking with their defensive coordinator, we know they have a full playbook. So look for them to mix up coverages, pressure one play, fall.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. How about this? They'll try the option left side. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better... And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball, because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Stafford. And this is incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
3rd down and 17.
Back to throw. Stafford. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Dolphins first down.
And they'll fake it there on the jet sweep, but instead, here's Swift. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain. Brings up
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Incomplete.
Rodgers now to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over first and 10. The Ravens offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start, offense.
A false start backs him up 5, first and 15. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On the move past the 40. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20.
Jefferson going to go in motion right.
Play action. Stafford.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 4 brings up second down at their 49-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
A gain of 7 brings up third and 9.
Stafford looks to throw again.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. But that is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
Now a play fake. Rodgers.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Brings up second and 7.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
And the Dolphins first down.
Here's Swift. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
At the Ravens' 8-yard line.
Now Rodgers. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has been a monster in the red zone here these first couple of months of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in rushing touchdowns. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 74 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks very long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up
To throw is Stafford. Complete. Jefferson the target. The Ravens on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's the give to McIntosh. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox.
complete to Dawson Knox. A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the 48-yard line.
Stafford. Here's a diving catch right side. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. They'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Throwing to Stafford. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. There's Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. 1st and goal, Baltimore.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. They showed a little athletic juice, but then the daylight quickly closed. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now Stafford. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll run to McIntosh. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Wilson's got it complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he fields it cleanly. 51 yards on the punt there.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Ravens offense and Justin Jefferson set to take over once more. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he stopped immediately there.
And give the tackle to Quentin Lake. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
88 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. But he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
3 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down. It's a gain of 3. And a Raven first down.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. McCaffrey following the penalty. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
He was brought down by Jaquan Brisker. A gain of 7. It's second.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. It's complete to Diggs. A couple extra tight ends into formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now Stafford. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
3rd down and long.
Now a give right side Swift. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves starting to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs and say, road.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he was just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And a Baltimore first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Stafford. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Stafford down to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
Here's Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
18 more yards. That's another Baltimore first down.
The first carry here for Jordan James. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Makes it third down and 12 yards to go.
Back to throw, Stafford. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Miami set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now it's Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen Swift. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First down.
On play action. Now Rodgers. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
Swift going to try up the middle. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like he'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Jonathan Owens on the tackle.
Rodgers with a keeper. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
They pick break it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, it totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Back now in Miami. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a play action now for Rodgers. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Rodgers. And it is caught. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Dolphins. 1st down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing now is Rodgers. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Rodgers pass.
2nd and goal from the 1.
A big gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Devontae Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door off them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way. So it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in this game knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, help the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
No gain on the play. And it brings
Stanford. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Still on his feet. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 71 yards. And the Ravens are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. No, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. To throw is Rodgers. This is Smith to the ground. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. That's complete to McBride. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Oh, the motion comes too late. And this is going to be a delay.
Offense.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Rodgers going to throw. That's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
At the 11-yard line. A gain of 6 brings up 2nd and 9.
Rodgers again now. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Rodgers. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Garrett Wilson from 8 yards out. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
17.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's Levi Onwuzurike fighting through and punishing the offense. A big tackle for loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Tackled at the 25-yard line.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Stafford. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? And it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Rodgers. Complete. Smith has it. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Airing it out deep for Smith.
And that is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive.
But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call it down at the 44. The Dolphins offense and receiver Devontae Smith set for this next possession. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
And the Dolphins, 1st down.
Rodgers now to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And again, it's Rodgers. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Now 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Stafford now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got man complete. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Good move at the 30. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Baltimore.
Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Ravens are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth-quarter advantage. Now Stafford will come up, try to get his guys a 2-point conversion.
The Ravens will line up.
They go with McCaffrey. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
17.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now it's Rodgers.
The 29-yard line.
Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Dolphins first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
That's another Dolphins first down.
Rodgers to throw once more. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, it's Rodgers. To the sideline and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Ravens offense back out there. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here.
So it's a win here for the Ravens. And this one, Charles, too much Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, he really had his A game tonight. He threw a couple of touchdown passes, and he was instrumental in earning this victory.
So for the Ravens,
they run their mark to 6-2 on the year.
and they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Miami, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.